Welcome, everyone. Thank you for everyone that has made it out here on today. Just give yourselves a round of applause. And for our NGLU students, I would love for you to give your own self a round of applause just for being excellent, always being excellent, and just for showing up and continuing to do great. All year long, we've been showcasing this wonderful group, this wonderful program to everyone, all of our city official friends and all various organizations. And we thought long and hard about who do we want to help celebrate this end of year celebration with these wonderful students. Well, because of the holiday season, we thought, you know what, we're gonna make this an intimate setting with your family, your close friends, and our NGLU staff. We're gonna videotape this presentation, all the hard work that you guys have done, and we'll show that to all of our city officials and those that are wanting to hear a report about how we're doing, how you guys are doing, what's your next step, and what you really received out of this program. So we wanted this to be an intentional reflection for you guys and make sure that you guys were comfortable in really showcasing all of the experiences that you guys have had during this program. So we're glad that our college students are back with us. We're glad that all of you guys are here. I understand we're missing Z. My heart is broke. I sure wanted to be able to hear Z call me Birdies. And I know he would have been tickled because I know without a shadow of a doubt, I'll call Isaiah Elijah and Elijah Isaiah. It's my mind. I apologize, but I miss him for being here. So without any further ado, I will pass the mic to Afra to get us going.
Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Afra Eltum. I'm the program manager here at F.A.S.T. and with our Next Generation Level Up, also known as NGLU's Career Readiness Program. I just wanted to thank all of the family and friends who are here, and for those of you who are not here, we can't really do anything without the support of our community. I also wanted to thank Rainier Beach Presbyterian Church for continuously opening up their doors to us and providing not only a space, but also your guys' continued support. I also want to thank the mentors. This program would not have been possible without you guys. This was our first year and it was a learning experience for all of us, and we really appreciate all of the support that you guys provided us and your mentees. And last but not least, I want to thank the students, of course. This was really cool of you guys to dedicate yourselves to coming in on Saturdays for a whole year. I learned a lot from you guys, and I really hope you learned as much from us and from this program as we did from you. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our keynote speaker for today. He was one of our facilitators in the Phase 1 program, Marquise Garrett. Come on up.
My name is Marquise Garrett. I'm a University of Washington computer science major. I'm also studying business and finance. On top of that, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a brother, I'm a facilitator, and I'm a STEM developer at the Boys and Girls Club of King County. This was an amazing experience for me to be able to be a positive influence to people that are close to my age. I recently graduated, I'm only 21 years old, and being able to pass that torch on to the next generation of people to grow and expand their horizons and see that they have dedication and conviction to see an opportunity like this throughout the entire year, all the way until now, to reach their goals and build skill sets to reach tomorrow. So I'm just here to applaud you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing people going on to achieve amazing things. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity.
Thank you, babe.
So the students today have prepared presentations to cover what they've been doing this past year, and our first group is Phase 1.
This is our presentation for Phase 1 of the programs. My name is Cynthia, just to start off. My name is Aisha. My name is Tian.
Oh, my name is Lincoln. My name is Pickle.
So just to start off, for Phase 1, it was a lot of career building and building blocks for skills like communication, resume writing, and just things that we would end up needing in the professional setting. These are some activities that we did in Phase 1 that kind of highlighted those days. We did Python intro to coding classes with Abela, which Marquise is a part of. They helped us get some things that we would need going out of this program, but also into the other phases. So things like resumes, cover letters, letters of recommendation, professional email rewriting. We made our own portfolios, and some of us even got to turn it into a website. And we did a lot of group discussions because we were meeting 3 times a week. And one of those days was here at the church, and we just talked a lot as a group. And then below this is just kind of an in-depth breakdown of what we did in those programs and why each one was helpful to help us grow into the other phases of the program, but also outside of this program. Python helped us a lot with our problem-solving skills, creativity, and logical thinking, which you need in almost every field today, no matter what area of expertise you plan on going into. And the resumes and cover letters and the strong professional communication really helps with uh, boosting your chances of getting into competitive job markets, and can also significantly boost prospects and help you stand out to competitive areas.
We also got to make a website with our own portfolio, including a picture of ourselves and tasks that we completed, as long as like a visual representation is what code we made. Again, with the group discussions, engaging group discussions helps us where how to express our emotions, and we even had to talk about certain Zambalas and other things like that.
For the next session, I'll be talking about the highlight activities in phase 1. So one of the highlight activities is the career fair. And an overview of what the career fair was, it was a one-day event which consisted of different people with different followers and backgrounds, such as engineering, computer science, medicine, social justice. And this opportunity gave us the chance to learn about the many careers out there and how they relate to us and what we would consider for our future. Even though many of the NGLU students already have an idea of what we want to do in the future, this opportunity gave us the chance to look into careers that we might have not been interested in already. And also, it also gave us the chance to meet with people who are experienced and intelligent, and would give us great insight on our future choices for our careers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to share what phase 1 meant to us, especially through our partnership with Avella. Avella, which stands for A Vision for Engineering, Literacy, and Access, is all about creating opportunities for students like us to explore STEM and build skills that will shape our future. They didn't just teach us, they also inspired us. Through their guidance, we learned coding with Python, growth for communityness, and skills like resumes, portfolios, and professionalism. Marquise Garrett and Leah Sishu and Hamela, who were on the test for our ability, made us go see entrepreneur every step of the way. They reminded us that where we come from doesn't define where we come, and that we belong in spaces where others might catch us. So the ability, thank you for believing in us, for pushing us, and doing it.
And then for the next few slides, we'll be talking about practical skills and topics that we were able to gain through phase 1. So personally, I learned how to obtain a job and using your resources. I got to learn how you should create connections with people around you. I also got to learn how to create cover letter and resume building, which is important for the future when I want to get a job. I also got to learn more about communication and how it's important in the real world, and how to make sure that your ideas are being heard, especially when you're in a group setting, and taking the lead and being.
Some impactful things from phase 1 for you were learning how to manage our budget, financially, and preparation towards the future. We is it on our careers because we stored a lot of courage throughout that, and I even found out what I really want to be for the future.
And then some impactful skills that we went over that were impactful for me was building a resume portfolio. Outside of the program, I did also a lot of other internships, and building a resume definitely helped make me stand out in the competitive market. And then with that, making a LinkedIn, public speaking like I'm doing now, I think it improved a lot since the beginning of the program. And also just gaining work experience in the work fields of our choice, and getting to talk to people who their whole lives are that work experience, and getting to see different opportunities and chances that are possible for us.
For me, the skill I want to focus on was definitely soft skills, just because I think it's so important. Through NGLU, I learned how to foster collaboration and resolve conflicts effectively. enhance understanding and idea sharing, and to inspire trust and to motivate my team. I also learned how to adapt quickly and be open-minded and solve problems effectively. And soft skills are also the key to promotions and professional success. So it's very important to be able to know our part.
And for me, this has been my first semester of my college experience, and through this program, I've been able to learn more about resume building. I at first found it crazy how having to reduce my resume to one page, but through exercises and stuff that we've done here, I was able to do it in college with ease. My data science class, I've been able to learn so much with coding through Avela, so shout out to Marquise and the whole Avela program. And interview skills, working the four corners, making sure I network with everybody in each room, and focusing on asking questions has been very important to me.
For the next few slides, we'll be talking about how phase one was able to prepare us for phase two, which was the internships. So a couple ways phase one, it was able to prepare me for phase two was relationship building, especially with my supervisor and the people who were in the internship with me. Communication, making sure that you're asking questions and receiving all the information that you need. And then I also got to learn how to act properly in a workspace. So creating a positive workspace, communication, arriving on time, dressing correctly, all those type of things.
Phase 1 taught us key skills like coding, Python coding, career readiness, and career readiness and professionalism. The career fair exposed us to new careers and group discussions, improved our team before moving into phase 2. These experiences gave us confidence and tools to succeed into phase 2 and our future lives.
Phase one really helped me with also building relationships because a lot of my friends at the phase one part of the program also went on with me to do my internship into phase two. Phase one also helped me with dedication, perseverance, and patience, which was heavily required for phase two, and all the hard work that we would be doing was based off of all the stuff that we did in phase one. And although phase one at the time felt like it was a lot, we were doing 3 meetings a week, and then also at the same time, school was going on. So it was a lot in the beginning, but I am very grateful for it because it helped me with phase two and just, I think if I didn't do all the stuff I did phase one, phase two would have been much harder for me.
I noticed that in my transition from phase 1 to phase 2, like getting an internship, it was getting all the things that I learned in phase 1, such as the soft skills, whatever, and applying them in a real life professional setting, knowing what to wear, how to act, what jokes are appropriate, what isn't. And then from moving from structured learning to adapting skills. So learning like how to actually do stuff instead of talking about it. I learned to adjust communication style for different professional contexts. That's just talking how I should talk, whether it be informal or formal, just depending on the situation. And I gained experience in navigating the workplace dynamics and handling real-time feedback. That's just socializing and doing a good job.
And just like what was previously said, phase 1 for me was definitely super hard. Kind of like what was said, it was a huge time commitment and you had to sign on time and during school or if you had extracurricular activities. But what taught me the most was that as we transitioned into phase 2 was that you have to do the same things later in your life, in your careers. Like whatever you want to get good at, you have to put in time, you have to be on time, network and ask questions, show engagement. It's all about just building the relationship. As you can see here, it was definitely super impactful for me.
So you guys all just heard first group talk about their first phase, which was the career readiness classes, and they talked about how that helped them transition into phase 2, who is about to come up right now to talk about their internship experiences. So come on up, you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Amari Fields. We are phase 2 of the program, which essentially was taking all the real world skills that we learned in phase 1, kind of those foundational skills, being able to communicate, being able to adapt to any real world situation, whether it's presentability and other such things that are very necessary for exceeding in the real world. And we were able to apply those in different situations. So I was a part of the Coldwell Banker Bain / Rockwell Institute real estate internship, as well as the Africa Town / William Gross Center internship.
Hi, I'm Asia Fields. I'm a top for Franklin, and I was a part of the Avela program where we worked on tiny microbots with undergraduates. And we experienced real careers and real futures and seeing how it would feel to be in that in the future.
Hi, my name is Nidina, and I'm excited to share my experience for phase 2 of the Hip Hop is Great internship. The most rewarding part of my experience was gaining a deeper understanding of the environment I live in and discovering ways to contribute to its improvement. I had the privilege of learning from experienced professionals at the University of Washington and participating in activities that expanded my horizons, including visiting Mount St. Helens Explorer Deception Pass State Park and spending time at the Apple Orchids, experiences I never imagined I would have had without a JLB.
My name is Isaiah DeMillion. Like Amari, I was part of the Wave Center Africa Town internship, which allowed me to develop my skills in the professional setting. Just being able to communicate with higher ups and my mentors is very.
Hi, my name is Elijah Rideout. I was also part of the Caldwell Baker Maine real estate internship as well as the Africa Town internship. And overall, it was really just a good experience to get a good look into what a profession could look like for me, in the real estate industry, and also see what I could do for the community being part of the Africa Town internship, help my community, and just be a part of it any way I can. So I'll talk a little bit about the Rockwell internship, learning real estate principles and laws. We delved into foundational principles of real estate, including property law, contracts, and regulations. This knowledge was very crucial for understanding the legal framework and ensuring ethical practices in the real estate industry. And I can definitely say that I learned a lot from this internship, just being able to learn the whole process of real estate, learning what it takes, learning all the efforts. And it definitely gave me a good insight as to what I think I might like to do in the future. He also looked into market analysis and valuation, learning how to analyze the real estate market, evaluating properties, understanding the economical trends, things like what could change just depending on location, what city you're in, where, what schools may be closest, just how convenient it is for you to get to or from one place or another can change any number in the property you're trying to get. I didn't know that before. It definitely helps me now, and I can understand a lot of why things are so expensive in Seattle as they are. And then practical skills and simulations. Our coursework included hands-on activities such as mock transitions, role-playing, client interactions, and also using real estate software tools. And these practices and experiences helped us apply theoretical knowledge in real-world scenarios, preparing us for careers in real estate.
The Africa Town internship, one of the many internships we got to be a part of, definitely is something that helps people interact with their community, interact with the youth, do many activities. We did many things like clothing design or digital marketing through social media on Instagram. We even did agriculture through the microgreens, which many of the younger students participated in, and then able to talk to mentors and older gentlemen and ladies that came through to talk to us about their experiences in the professional field or in college or in high school, just giving advice. And then through this, we built many skills like independence and knowing that we had to be accountable for ourselves. So it really helped up. And through that, I kind of know what I want to do in the future. I know what it takes to have a really good career and what it takes to be professionals.
I was a part of the VELA internship at UW. The students of NGLU worked beside undergraduates at UW, innovating new projects such as microbots. We were each assigned a student and assisted them through their role on the project. Kyle Johnson led the group through challenges faced from the intricate steps of coding. Diving deeper into the difficulty of coding, we got hands-on learning for possible future careers and getting an inside look on the UW campus and work. It was exciting getting to work with the UW undergraduates and receive a better understanding of what it is like to be a student there. In the end of the program, we came out with more than just a new understanding of coding. We also got the chance to collaborate with one another and learn the skills to overcome the problems we faced by taking it one step at a time.
And so for a single day, we were able to shadow a real estate agent named Lindsay Russell, who was also here during one of our career fairs earlier on in the summer. And Coldwell Banker Band is just a real estate agency that operates all throughout the country, actually. I was in Vermont this summer and saw one of their firms, which is pretty cool. But essentially, we went into the office, and Lindsay sat us down and kind of talked to us about the processes of being a real estate agent. And this was a cool opportunity. It wasn't necessarily an internship. It was more so kind of an eye-opening moment to kind of see what it's like to kind of be your own individual kind of self-working person in this agency. Because real estate is very much a individual business. I mean, there are a number of cost barriers where you kind of have to support yourself. I know a lot of people do identify with agencies, but at the end of the day, it's kind of your success is dependent on your determination and whether or not you want to put in your work and put yourself out there. Unlike a number of other fields where you kind of led along and you just had to follow directions. So that was definitely something to look towards. And one of the biggest things that we found out for real estate was that it is a very lucrative industry. And I think that there's a very high ceiling to be successful. But at the same time, one thing that kept popping up was that all the agents seem to kind of repeat the sentiment that they wish they would have started when they were this young, being, early college to high school to even middle school student. Or I guess not middle school, it's a little too young. But the kind of problem that came up for our end was that there are so many cost barriers to being a real estate agent, whether it's kind of the one big cost barrier to just taking the classes, to getting a license, to, once you get your license, you have to fully fund yourself. You have to buy your own billboards. You have to do a lot of the purchasing, and financially there isn't much aid. You even have to kind of subscribe to your own agency, which I didn't know either. I had this very important conversation about creating opportunities for more youth like us who are systemically marginalized, who don't have the opportunities to enter an industry that, it emphasizes this idea of representation. And that was the other thing, like to have a real estate agency, like one of the key things is to have representation, because real estate, it's a very intimate setting. This is for many who are either first-time homeowners or people who are buying these very expensive properties. Like this is one of the biggest decisions of their lives. And so to have something like that, it's very meaningful to have an agent who comes from a very similar experience as you. At the end of the day, we kind of talked about how it is important to try to create this sort of funding or a way to give more systemically marginalized youth this opportunity. We actually ended up bringing this up to the Coldwell Banker Band board. They have a bi-weekly meeting where they kind of talk about various problems or successes they're having. And we were able to, as a group, get them to bring up this issue, which is just one step towards kind of creating more opportunities for systemically marginalized youth like us. And it just goes to show how a program like NGLU can put our voices in positions of power, and how even though we're kind of just random college students, high school students, like if we really use our voice, we can make change. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Last but not least, we have our Phase 3 through the Bridge to Success program. They took classes in the beginning and then we implemented those classes, those skills as their various internships. And this phase was just about putting that together and continuing to work on those skills. And they'll tell you a little bit more about that.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're Phase 3. We're going to be in charge of talking about Phase 3. And today's content we're going to be providing is going to be our personal introductions, the overview of Phase 3, community building, teamwork and collaboration at the Uplift Conference. We can start with our introductions.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hal, 15 years old. I'm a freshman at Rainier Beach High School, also not a graduate at NGLU Career Readiness program. My goal is to become an entrepreneur, and NGLU have really important to my career growth.
My name is Stephen Lee. I'm currently a sophomore in college. I did Running Star for 2 years in high school at Bellevue College before deciding to enroll at the University of Washington. Today, I'll be relocating to Ellensburg, and I'll be finishing my education at Central Washington University. I'm actually in the process of getting my real estate license alongside with some of my classmates here, Amari, Lincoln, Elijah, and I'm also a barber. I'm a self-taught barber. I love sports. I mainly play football and I'm on track, but I love trying new things. I recently picked up golfing and tennis. Sometimes it's fun to just step out of my comfort zone and just try something new. Family. I love my family, my dad, my mom, my sister, and my 2 dogs. And when I talk about family, I don't mean just blood. I'm talking about my circle, my community, everyone here.
Hi, my name is Fatima Samusa. I'm a 10th day student at Summer Sierra High School. I am soon going to be a graduated student of next generation level up. I was also an intern for Hip Hoppers, being an organization which aims to support holistic wellness and transform urban communities. With a bit of dedication, patience, and an open mind, I'm eager to pursue my passion to explore the knowledge of medicine. NGLU has been pivotal in that class in my career development, and I'm excited to continue going and making a positive impact.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aisatu. I'm 18 years old. I'm currently a sophomore at the University of Washington. I'm studying electrical and computer engineering and biochemistry. Over the summer, I got to explore my multiple interests through an internship and research. I interned at the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center, where I conducted research on the racial and ethnic disparities of colorectal cancer detection and treatment. I have also been conducting research at the Washington Nanofabrications facility, and it has really increased my passion for using engineering to help people. This program has been very helpful with my personal growth as well as professional development. Some things I enjoy are learning. I'm also passionate about community and also creativity.
The overview of Phase 3 was, in Phase 3 of Next Generation Level of Bridge to Success, NGLU, we focused on both academic and life enrichment. In this phase, we participated in workshops, outings, and continuous networking opportunities to strengthen our leadership skills and help us become our best selves. The focus was on both professional and personal growth, ensuring that we are all prepared to navigate our future paths with confidence through these activities. We aim to foster leadership, growth, and a strong sense of community.
Community building. I'm going to be talking about how we build our community. We build our community by having outing outside of our learning space and attending conferences. And how it went to was bowling together, which was not just fun, but also an opportunity to encourage teamwork. Another way was we did tower building exercise, which encouraged teamwork and communication. During this phase, I got much better at communicating. This will help me in the future by making it easier to ask for what I need and work together with others and build good relationship both at work and my personal life.
Teamwork and collaboration. We had a activity during Phase 3 where we split up into a team, and our job was to build the highest tower made out of papers without it collapsing. And some of the skills that we picked up as a group was enhancing our problem solving. We came across a lot of problems where the towers kept falling over, and then we came together as a group to think of solutions to like how to hold it, like stabilize it. Communication, that's also part of it, talking to each other and brainstorming how we can make it work. Learning opportunities, when I'm talking about learning opportunities, I think there was like 4 people per group, and that means we have 4 brains, obviously. The more people, the more information we can get. Building relationships. Through this activity, I also built a lot of relationships with my classmates. I learned like what their strengths are, what their weaknesses is. How did Phase 3 help you feel more prepared for life? Making connections and networking, I feel like, is more valuable than any degree out there. Meeting people who inspire you and just making connections can get you to where you want to be at. And I think that's really important.
So we recently had the Uplift conference. My experience at the Uplift conference is kind of different from everybody else's. So I attended the conference as a virtual reality instructor, and it was an unforgettable experience. You can see the excitement and curiosity that filled the room as students explored the technology that may have once fell out of reach for them. Seeing the expressions of awe and enthusiasm as they navigated through virtual environments was incredibly fulfilling. It reinforced why I'm passionate about making STEM education accessible to underrepresented communities. This photo embodies the impact of creating inclusive opportunities, and it motivates me to continue using my skills to inspire and empower the next generation of innovators.
don't know about you guys, but I was over there crying like a baby, right? Just so proud of you guys, so proud of the excellence that you guys have and that the preparation for your presentation. You guys don't know the story of our youth. They would not, we told them to hold the microphone up to their face and speak, they'd be like this or be like, I can't. So it was just such a joy to see you guys standing here, doing your presentation so well. I feel like I have two boys, I birthed two boys, but through this experience, I have 15 young people that I will continue to watch and monitor your growth. And so my Larry and I's, our hands are getting wider and wider and our hearts are getting deeper and deeper.
Last up, we have two of our mentors, Larry and Debbie. They worked really close with the students throughout this year and were a huge part of our mentor program. And so I'd like to introduce you guys to close up our day.
I want to thank the students for letting me be involved in this program and for letting me get to know you a little bit. Both the students that I've mentored and other students who I haven't mentored officially but have gotten to know. I know that it's not easy to open up and talk to someone, talk to a stranger that you don't know, and then a lot of that over the phone or over the, I know that it's not easy, so I want to thank you for doing that. I really enjoyed getting to know you. I'm of the belief that you can gain wisdom from everybody. Everybody has wisdom to share. And each of you are unique. And I've learned things from you, just like I hope you've learned things from me and the other mentors in this program. I guess I want to elaborate that on a little bit. Everybody of every class, every income level, every race, every profession, people at the grocery store, on the bus, at your schools, everywhere, everyone has some wisdom to share. And it takes you listening and be willing to meet strangers and listen to what they have to say in order to get out those little nuggets of wisdom they have. So Kathy asked me to share some wisdom with you today. So I have 4 thoughts I want to leave you with. And it's not because I don't know any more than anybody else, but I've lived a few years and I've learned some things it took me a long time to learn. The first thing is, it's something Kathy mentioned, and Kathy and I always say that great minds think alike whenever we're thinking the same thing at the same time, right? When we get the same idea at the same time, we must both be great. And that is, remember to smile. And that's not being silly, that's important. As much as your intellect and your knowledge are important, being warm is also important. And when you smile, when you are approaching someone or communicating with someone, you put the other person at ease. Some warmth is coming out of you that puts the other person at ease. And that's important because we're all humans. 2, when you're presenting yourself to someone, and it could be to anyone, could be in a job interview, it could be to a professor, it could be to anyone, speak up and act like you believe in yourself and what you're saying. If you don't believe in yourself and what you're saying, then the other person's not going to either. Because everything in life, a lot of things are about selling yourself, okay, and making your presence known. If you want to do good stuff, good deeds, and make the world a better place, you got to be seen and heard. So I'm going to tell you something. Somebody asked me, and I'm not going to name names, somebody just commented to me, oh, these kids today, oh, they're so much better than those kids I heard last spring up in the sanctuary. Oh, they're so much better speakers than those kids. And I said, You know they're the same kids, right? You know these are the same students. So congratulations on putting the work in. And I really am talking especially to the young girls here who had a more difficult time speaking up when we first started. Congratulations on putting the work in and having everyone see the fruits of your labor. When I was growing up, I didn't have anyone to tell me I was smart and capable. But I know it now. I know that I'm smart and highly capable. It took me a long time to learn that. But, you know, you won't always have somebody, one of us, over your shoulder whispering to you, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You got this. Speak up. You know, look them in the eye. You won't always have that. You're going to be on your own. And you need to talk to yourself. And you need to tell yourself that you're smart and you're capable. That's what I learned to do. And you need to remind yourself, okay? Because you're going to be on your own a lot. The third one is find your purpose. Find purpose. Happiness isn't something that just comes to you. Happiness takes a lot of hard work and purpose. If you find your purpose in life, you will be happy in a real deep way. So find your purpose, look for your purpose, and sometimes that's a lifelong endeavor. It's not going to happen to you just magically because you turn 18 or you decide what you want to do with your career. Okay, find your purpose. And lastly, I wonder if any of my mentees can remind me, what's the question I like to ask every week when I talk to you? What's my favorite question? Isatel?
What inspires you today?
What inspired you today? Oh, Isatel gets a star. What inspired you today? Or this week? And the reason that's so important to me is that I know that if you look around in your day and you keep your eyes and your ears open, I know there's something that happens every day that's inspiring. There's something good, and you will see it and hear it, but you have to be open to it. And for me, it's really easy to become depressed and distraught because there's so much hate in the world. And it weighs on me really heavy. So I need to look for the good. And every day I see it, even if it's something like I'm in the store shopping, I'm out to my car, and somebody says, can I take that card for you? Can I take the card back? I mean, just a little bit of kindness like that from a stranger, that sounds small, but that might be enough to make my day better. You know, so every day and every week, what inspired you today? And I've heard some great things from people, you know, that your mother inspires you, your sister inspires you, your neighbor inspires you, your friend inspires you, your teacher inspires you, your professor inspires you. So there's people like that all around you, but they don't just magically come to you sitting in a chair. I mean, you have to search those good people out and those good things out. So thank you very much for letting us work with you, and you have contact information for some amazing adults here who will support you and talk to you. Okay? Thank you, and I think Larry's going to make some comments too.
Thank you so much for being here today. As I look around, I see a whole bunch of people, and every one of them, I wish I could just walk up to each person and say thank you for this program, this NGLU program. It took all of you to make this day happen. And one of the things I want to start out with is, and Lincoln knows this, Kathy knows this, but I just want to briefly mention the 5 Ps. The 5 Ps. Lincoln, do you know, can you say one for me?
Proper. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Let me say that again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I remember when we first started the program a few months ago, and I remember you guys here, and I remember you today. And the difference is almost night and day. The way you speak up, the way you have eye contact, handshakes, the whole 9 yards. And as I look and I see this, it's just like planting a seed. For me, this is just like planting a seed. When you put that seed in the ground, the first thing you do is you cover the seed, and then you hope it grows. But it's not gonna grow unless you take care of it. You water it, you fertilize it, you do whatever you need to do. You guys are seeds today. This program, you guys are the seeds. And these seeds are gonna grow. You've already grown, but you're gonna grow a whole lot more. And we're gonna be there to water, we're gonna be there to fertilize, we're gonna be there to take care of the things that we can take care of as you grow. So just remember that we're gonna be there for you. You are amazing. That's one of the other things I want you to notice today, that you are amazing. To spend a whole year, it's not a sacrifice. Now, believe me, you didn't sacrifice anything. But to spend a whole year doing this, it's amazing. You gave your time, but this is gonna pay off in the long run. So I simply say, I'm not gonna be up here that long. I just wanna say that you're amazing. Thanks for speaking up. Thanks for the eye contact. Thanks for the handshake. Thanks for going through this program and finishing the course. See, a lot of people can start something, but to finish it is a different thing. You guys have finished part one. You finished this phase of this program. The first ones to do it. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you. So thanks again for doing that. And I want to just, before I finish, I want to thank Reverend Jane and Rainier Beach Presbyterian Church for giving us this facility, for giving us the space to have our classes. I want to thank my precious wife, Kathy, for all that she's done for this program. Bernice, Afra, all of you, the mentors, every one of the mentors, every one of the students, every one of the supporters, and I want to make a special thanks to the families who are here today. Stand up if you're here for the first time. Families. Now for the rest of the parents, you may not be here for the first time, to stand up also for the parents. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So I simply say thank you. We are not finished. We are only just begun. And there ain't no stopping us now. That's how it's been. There ain't no stopping us now. So thank you very much for this wonderful day. And then we're going to get on with the end of it so you can go and enjoy yourself.
Our students want to say thank you back at the mentors, Bernice, Afra, for all of your wonderful work. If I can get 4 of my students to come up here with me to help present a thank you note to them. Make it quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get 6 of you guys. Go hand those out and say thank you. I get one? 2. Oh, thank you. We just want to say thank you, right? It's one thing to give so much, but it's such a nice, wonderful thing when they say thank you back at you. So thank you to Bernice, to Afra. The students just love working with you guys. You guys have kept them on their toes. So we thank you for that. We thank Reverend Jane. We thank all of our mentors. And I also want to give a special shout out to Miss Yvonne, who has always, all year long, kept us fed, kept us, we've had some wonderful meals along this here journey. And so we really thank you so much for your participation and your support as well. So with nothing else to do, we like to pass it back to Afra. And you guys make sure you read your cards. The students wrote some special notes in there just for you guys. And they just want to say thank you.
Thank you guys so much. That was a nice little surprise. So that will now, last but not least, we're going to be handing out your guys' stipend. So when I call your name out, come on up. And then you're also going to be getting a little gift bag from SNG, courtesy of SNG. First up, we have Asia Fields. Yep, I'm going to pick up it. Next up, we have Amari Field. Here you go. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Vehicle Tabebu. Next up, we have Elijah Reddow. Can I be your order if you like to get them? Next up, we have Fatima Samasa. Here you go. We had a little pay change by the end of the program. Next, Kapawa Kava. Next is Isaiah McMillian. Here you go. Of course. Next up is Isato Rivero. Of course. Next up, we have Aisha Samasa. Next is Lincoln Wilmore. Next is Lubina Rebele. Next is Keon Bahalu. Next is Sapir Velicic. Stephen got his earlier. A round of applause for Stephen, as well as Dee, who wasn't here with us today. Congratulations, you officially are graduates of the NGLU program.
Well, I don't know that I have any inspiration in you, but you all just have inspired me so much because I know how important it is to know that you have a voice and that it's like you have to practice it and you have to, like everybody was saying, you have to believe that that voice is a good voice and just put it out there. And I think that it seems like all of you have really learned that and are doing that. And that is going to make such a difference in your life, a difference in school, maybe even a difference in how do you feel about yourself and how you have a hope for your future because you know that you can do it because you've done it. So you know you can take the next step and do it because you've already had so much success. And so I just am so inspired by all of you. And you know, I'm kind of old, but I still have to remind myself, and in a lot of circumstances, it's okay, use your voice. You're worth it. You have something to say. So it's not like you suddenly have it. It's like a whole lifelong endeavor to learn of your dignity. And I sometimes tell the kids in my church, even if you just stand, and even the adults, even if you just stand and put your shoulders back, that makes you feel more like who you really are. And I find myself often going, okay, put your shoulders back. And go like that. And then I'm like, okay, now I have a little more confidence. So it's just a lifelong learning of being the person that you were made to be, that's inside there, and that is just going to grow and grow until it comes out in wonderful things for this world, for making this world a better place.